Hey everyone, welcome back to another 31-minute podcast. Morning, Jordan.
Good morning.
I like the what do you call it? The partnership, togetherness with you on the 31-minute thing.
It's the best.
Really good.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. So let's pre-frame this. You and I are quite in sync because we work together every day. We play together sometimes. Not that I play much anymore, but you had a dream last night.
Nightmares, probably.
Nightmares.
All nights,
So
the
you want to tell us
worst.
about them?
Yeah, well, I've been dreaming about my owners and feel like I'm running scenarios through my head that are coming up with auctions and bits and pieces, and it's driving me insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you're anxious in bed, your legs hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which has only just started to happen.
Yeah.
You said to me, well, you laughed actually, and you said that was me 20 years ago.
It's true. But what did you say? What did you say at the end of it? So you had a dream, an auction. You got the auction this weekend, don't you?
One of them,
One
yeah.
of them. Another one's next weekend.
Next weekend, yeah.
But you had the dream that the auction didn't sell. The dream was that both auctions were one after the other. You forgot the other auction.
Yeah.
And both of these clients, or especially one of them, a little bit hard work, but really important to you.
Yeah.
So you're wearing the anxiety of it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. And probably the responsibility more so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just want to do a really good job.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's
Sell the house then.
Yeah.
But while I was saying that, what did you say at the end of it?
I can't remember. What did I say?
You said, "Oh, I need to change it because I'm attracting it."
Oh,
to
yeah,
me."
that's what I said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, that was when I followed up, and then I said, I dreamt that Mark's
right.
Mark's cleaning wasn't
So
right,
go back with Mark. Mark was a settlement that happened yesterday. All over the place.
all over the place, and I was taking care of it the best I could. And last night I went to sleep, and I'm thinking, the cleaning wasn't good enough, and I had such anxiety around him calling me this morning. And the first call I got when I woke up at 6:30 this morning was Mark saying the cleaning's not good enough. I went, goodness, I need to shake this straight away before I start the day as a disaster.
And what did I write? And in the gym this morning, I was like, I just let topics come into my head. I don't really try and think about what topics. And I write down energetic momentum.
Yeah.
And I really like to talk about that because I think we talk about success and we talk about, how to do stuff. But the energy world is really where it's at. It's the energetic creation of it first is what you live later. So you can create the worst life or the bumpiest life just by your thoughts.
Yeah.
So your thoughts lead to things. And I think it's really important to understand that. If you give something enough thought, you might not attract that exact thing, but you're going to attract everything that's similar to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jackson and I talk about frequency all the time. He went out on the weekend and he was like feeling a bit down on himself. And I said, well, you made a decision to change your frequency.
Yeah.
And once you really understand this, you can control the outcome. And it's whether you want it to get better and better and better. So let's say you're in a spot now, like I can so see where you're at.
Yeah.
I can see like if you keep thinking about it and dwelling on it and pulling it up in your head, you can feel the emotion of it. Like even though yesterday the settlement was all over the place, I haven't given it two thoughts.
Yeah.
Like it's settled, we got it cleaned, we held some money back in settlement. That's it.
Yeah.
We can get absorbed by it. But over the years, I've learnt to detach from it because I don't want my world to reflect it.
But this is a good topic because this would be you and I just having a normal conversation. This is all new to me.
Yeah.
I haven't been in spaces like this before in my career yet.
No.
So far. It's only recently that my legs are starting to hurt and I'm not sleeping right and thinking about that stuff. And I know you've been there early on and you have nothing like that anymore. No. So I'm actually really interested to know where to from here for me and anybody else that's listening as well.
I think caring is one thing. You've got to separate caring and creating. Like there's two different things, I think.
Yeah.
So caring is like, did we do a good job? Did we do everything we were responsible for? Did we feel like we were there for the people? But once you get to that point, it's up to them. It's up to them to be all wobbly and complaining about how the last owner left. It doesn't mean we can't meet their expectations, but we don't get absorbed and dragged into it and bring it into tomorrow. So you've slept last night, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I slept last night. Jackson slept last night. It's a reset.
Yeah.
So when you have a reset, like I got a call last night. I went and saw our owner at 8 last night, and I was there for an hour, or maybe not quite, 7:30, and then there for an hour.
Yeah.
Talking about their house and offers, and the husband's a bit concerned about, buying another house before they've sold this one. I've got a buyer that really wants to buy their house. But then I got home and I got a call at like 9 from someone that works with us.
Yeah.
And I was so not interested in.
Yeah.
I was interested. I just had nothing left.
Yeah.
Like zero.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I was like, listen for a bit. And I said, look, I'll just talk to you tomorrow. I'm going to go to bed.
Yeah.
And then, so the reason I do that, like I really understand the value of the reset.
Yeah.
So you go to sleep, and sometimes your sleep is amazing. Sometimes it's fair. But if you're thinking about the same thing at night, how's your sleep going to be?
Terrible.
Terrible. How's yours?
The worst.
Yeah. But you brought that in.
I did.
Yeah, that's right. Sometimes you can't control it because your subconscious is controlling
You know what I thought? And just on this really quickly, I actually went to sleep thinking about it. So when I was when I was laying in bed, normally I can just sleep straight away, bang, gone, because we work so hard.
I try and ring you at 8:30 and you're asleep half the time.
Yeah, because I normally get up at 4, but I haven't been as much as normal because I haven't been sleeping right. But I actually was laying in bed trying to go to sleep, which doesn't happen very often. Normally I can just go boom. And for the 30 minutes while I was trying to sleep, that's all I was thinking about. It was like going from one scenario to the next, to the next, to the next. It was actually driving me nuts.
Can you see what I mean though?
Yeah.
Like you brought that in.
I did.
Whereas I see sleep as a reset.
Yeah.
Because when you wake up the next day, 99% of the time, that energy is gone. Mostly. And you choose whether you start it again or not. So you choose whether you go, oh, I hope it sells, or you choose to go, all right, what are we doing today? Like, move it forward.
I just thought of the funniest thing, and it's so true. Our listeners wouldn't know this, but remember when we would start the morning sometimes and things wouldn't be going right. You'd go for a 30-minute nap in your car.
Yeah. I would.
You just get up and leave, 30-minute nap, reset, and it was like it started again.
Yeah, it's true.
You used to swear by that.
I'll tell you a quick little story, and this is sort of energy momentum, but when we went through the GFC, we were a much smaller business then, but everything stopped. Yeah. We had no money, like nothing. We had $1,000 in the bank, like the company, and it cost us back then probably, I don't know, $700,000 a month to run.
Yeah.
We had $1,000 in the bank.
Yeah.
We had nothing.
Yeah.
And Jamie, who manages the business and runs the whole thing, he's like fully engaged into trying to, whatever, which is fantastic. You don't do nothing.
Yeah.
Right? But all I did, we're in a meeting one day, and he was like, we can't spend anything, we can't do whatever. And I was just like, I'm not interested. I don't want to know. Like, I don't want to know about it. I'll just work out how to sell houses. That's all I want to think about, nothing else. And he looks at me, he goes, you can't put your head in the sand. And I was like, yeah, I can. I don't want to know how much is in the bank. I don't want to know anything. I just need to know how to go and sell houses in this market. That's all I'm giving my focus to. And we pulled through. It's not because of me, it was together. Like, I could have worried myself sick.
But you're probably right. You only had to worry about one thing, list and sell properties.
Yeah.
If you had to worry about the money in the bank account, paying the staff, is there enough paper in the printer, you probably wouldn't, or it would have been a lot harder to make it through. Oh,
for sure. Like people left and put off people, and we just did whatever.
You're still like that now.
I am.
When the coronavirus happened, and in the beginning everybody was unsure. I remember you walked in the first day and you said, "I don't want to hear it. I don't want one word out of anybody's mouth that the market's going here, there, anywhere. We're just going to be the best agents in this area listing and selling proproperties."
Yeah.
That was it.
And how many calls do we get from people saying, what are you guys doing? How come you're still doing this? And the whole world's locking down, and I'm like, just focused on selling houses.
But we sold a lot of houses during that time.
Yeah.
You and Trev sat in this office and just matched things up for hours and hours and hours.
Yeah.
We actually did awesome. Like really
We
good.
did.
But we didn't, like you were saying, and the whole point of this topic is we didn't fall into that place of like the anxiousness around what was happening around us.
Yeah.
We just worried about what we needed to do.
And I don't want people to think that it's like I don't feel anything. Do I get worried? Sure, but I don't live in it. Like I don't. I sort of go. I more look for the solution. I more look for like, well, who do I need to be? What do I need to do? Am I concerned about it? Yeah, I am a bit, but like I don't let my energy go there.
Yeah.
Like it's you feel it for a minute and go, well, I'm not going there. I'm just focused on what's going to make it better.
Let's make this really broad.
Yeah.
Oh, this is my circumstances. There'd be mums listening now that are anxious about their children. There'd be husbands anxious about their wife, etc., etc. What I'm having right now can be a million different things of what's happening in people's lives. What would you say to do?
Well, I've done it. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm like a bit of a walking example with this stuff. Divorces, kids. So like,
Well, let's talk about that.
there's a couple of when I was younger, I got divorced from Jackson's parents, Jackson's mum. So for whatever reason, and we stayed very good friends, like along the way.
Yeah.
But then she got married again, and then we were really good friends, and then she left with this her third husband, and was like, "There's the kids," and I was like, "What? Like, what the hell?" And Jackson's like, he's sitting here now, like smiling, and I remember her mum rang one day and said, she's just made a choice to go to Sydney, and that's it. You've got to take the kids. And I was like, how?
Yeah.
Like how am I going to do that? But all I did was, it is what it is. And I have this in my head, I go like, it is what it is. It just is what it is. And it was very difficult. I remember the first night, Jackson's two younger brothers, I was sitting there, and Paris, I think my second daughter, like oldest daughter, that it was the first night, and we were all sitting there together, and I'd moved out from my second wife, because for whatever reason, and then it's like we were sitting there, and they were all fighting, like, and we were in this
all the kids.
so we're in this 2-bedroom unit.
Yeah.
I didn't have a lot of money then because
How many years in real estate? Just really quickly, I don't want to get you off topic, but how many houses are you at McGrath at this point?
oh yeah, this is Shelley. So this is like 5 years ago.
Recently. Yeah, right. Got it. Yep.
What was it? 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, let's call it 4, right?
Oh, gee. This is like yesterday.
So I moved out
Yeah.
because Shelley and I weren't going very well. The kids on top of that, some decisions I made, it just was not great. It was a bit of a mess actually.
Yeah.
And then I moved into a 2-bedroom unit, and I had 2 boys with me. Logan was 13 and Phoenix was 14. Paris was 16, and I got 2 younger kids. They were with Shelley. I didn't know how I was going to fix the whole thing. Not even fix it. I didn't know how I was going to manage it. All of my income was going to Shelley, the whole lot. So I was in this 2-bedroom unit, which is all I could afford, which is like $600 a week. And at the time, and they were all fighting. I'm sitting there with 3 pieces of IKEA furniture in the house. And I'm like literally trying to keep business running and because obviously you need attention at thing. And I sat there and I went, I just can't do this. I can't do it. And because I'd never been a full-time parent. I'd always had these older kids half the week.
Yeah.
And the younger kids, their mum really did a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I've just got to. So Logan and Phoenix took the rooms. I slept on the lounge for a year.
Really?
Yeah, because I didn't have a 3rd bedroom. Couldn't afford a 3-bedroom. I probably could, but I just didn't. I didn't have access to any of my bank accounts. So it all went to Shelley. Other people managed everything for me. And so I slept on the lounge, gave Logan the room, Phoenix the room, and it was a 2-seater lounge. It was the worst. It was so bad. But
You would have been like a banana over both ends.
It was just not great. And then, but the best thing from it is I didn't lean into, oh, this is terrible, this is that. I was like, I need to just work through this and whatever, and it'll be right. And I can tell you the blessing out of it, or the benefit out of it. Jackson, me, Logan, we all have an amazing relationship. I have an awesome partner now, Tara, And life is phenomenal. But if I was back then, I literally wanted to jump off a cliff.
Yeah.
Like I did. I was like, but through all of that, that took 3 years to actually settle a bit. I still had to perform at work every day.
Yeah.
Like every day. So I had to wake up. And this is what I mean about sleep. When I went to sleep, I just made a decision every day to do my best.
Did you go, okay, that's it, it's done. I'm going to sleep now, and tomorrow's a new day.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then every day I'd wake up, I'd literally bring the best energy I could, even though my life was chaos.
Because we know some people that have been in that situation for 25 years.
Yeah, for sure.
Longer.
On top of that, when I got divorced from Shelley, we have a fairly large business. I had to pull it apart and settle with her. And that was like 20 years of hard work that I had to...
Hours of your life.
Forever. And we had to find a settlement agreement. And I get on with Shelley fantastic now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyway, just to jump that in, there was so much going on. It was a mess, like a massive mess. But when we're talking about energetic momentum, I made a decision every day to bring the most steady energy I could.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
So back to your auctions.
Yeah.
I think it's because you care and you haven't separated caring and creation yet. So
I can't. Well, not that I can't. That's my biggest thing. What I've noticed with you is you're a bit like a doctor. You care, but you'll give the diagnosis no matter what.
Yeah.
Because you know
Including
it's the right
to
thing
myself.
to do. Yeah. I'm still at that point where I struggle giving the right diagnosis 100%. I do my absolute best, but I don't like upsetting people, if I'm really honest. But you have to.
Yeah.
And I'm learning that.
Yeah. But what's better for them? Like, is it better for you to be a wreck and try and manage their property with anxious, nervous energy? Or is it better for you to be, why do they pay you? Why do they engage you? What's the purpose of an agent?
To negotiate the house.
Yeah, but to be emotionally separate.
Exactly. Well,
But
we talk about this
are
all
you
the
being
time.
emotionally separate?
Well,
It's not your house.
but take real estate out of the
No, it's a
equation
question
too.
I want you to answer. Are you being emotionally separate?
I don't think back to my surfing days, I used to vomit in heats because I was so worried about what my dad thought that it's something I've never been good at, to be really honest, not just with this, but with everything. I used to sit out the back waiting for waves going, getting sick. I was so worried that I wasn't going to do a good enough job. And that's probably this has just made me think about it. Why I care so much about what people think.
You want to prove to people that you're...
Because that's been my whole life.
But what's the next level from that? The next level is, so who do you want to be?
Yeah.
Who do you want to be? This is a great learning experience for you. Who do you want to be? Do you want to be... I know what you want.
Yeah.
You want to be successful. You want to be
good,
wealthy.
family man.
You want a great family. You want all that sort of stuff. But who do you want to be? If you want to be a phenomenal agent, you have to learn to be emotionally intelligent.
Yeah.
You have to be. You've been to auctions with myself.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about this before we jumped on. How many auctions you got to do to actually be calm?
Yeah.
Thousands. But when I'm at an auction and it's not going that well, I'm not going to fall over and start vomiting.
You don't change at all.
No.
I'm looking for you, and you're showing a little kid in the crowd a flower that you picked from the thing. You're not even in the auction at some point, but you do the deal every time.
Because you can't get sucked into the energy of it.
Yeah.
So the energy of worry or anxiety is very low on the vibration list. But the energy of steady is very high. So, and you've got to remember we're creating forward, and we haven't even got to our topic, but we're not going to waffle on too much today. Energetic momentum, that is the key to the circumstance you're going to enjoy down the track, or the sleepless night that you're going to have.
Yeah.
So you've got all this energetic momentum, and it's even wrecking your sleep. But you can make a decision today to sort of say, really, are you doing the best job?
100%.
Well, don't worry about it then.
Yeah.
You need to stop worrying.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but you do.
I do.
Yeah,
and
you
I
do.
know in my heart I'm doing the best job I physically can.
Awesome.
I always do.
Go to sleep then.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, you need to. Because if you're becoming unsteady, I will guarantee you the result will be unsteady.
Yeah, I know. It will.
For sure, because the energetic momentum has no strong, firm foundation, none. Yeah, it's this wobbly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you need to make a decision today is how you want the result. And even if it doesn't sell, so what?
Yeah.
Like, let's think about what's the worst outcome here.
Or nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
You're scared they're not going to like you. That's what it is. You're scared that they're not going to like you, and that's worse to you than the property not selling.
Yeah. Ouch.
It is, but how can they not like you if you've done everything that you can?
Yeah. Yeah, I know that. It's
You know what's sorry to jump in, but I reckon people like you more when you like you're, when you sit in front of somebody and say, like, I really stuffed up. I actually made a poor choice. This is what happened. Most people's respect go through the roof for you.
Yeah.
So it's not that I think people will like you more even if it doesn't sell, but you stay in there swinging hard with them.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've always been like that. I swing at my absolute hardest all day, every day.
I know.
But
so what are you worried about then?
Well, I just, it's really important to me to do a good job to everybody.
Yeah.
No matter who it is.
I think it's more important to you for them to like you.
Yeah.
That's what I think. Where I think you need
Why is that?
Because you're insecure.
Why is that?
Because you need other people's opinion of you to be great for you to feel great. And I think you should flip it around. We all have an element of that. But it's like,
but isn't it really interesting
that? Let me tell you something right now.
Yeah.
People will let you down time and time again.
They have.
Yeah, they will. But it's the difference between you having a strong, self-assured presence or opinion of yourself than being affected by somebody else's letdown of, someone's letting you down, or someone doesn't like you, or whatever else. I'm the most. People have the most opinions of me. They don't even know me.
Yeah.
Like,
we're talking about that yesterday.
Yeah, they do. Like, people like, oh, Matt Steinway. How many people say, like, I'm gay? Like, I have no reason. I don't understand why. I've been married like twice, and I've got a woman partner. I don't care. Like, but if I'm the sort of guy, if I was gay, I'd just be gay.
Yeah.
Like, that's no problem. I have 1,000 gay friends, and it's like, or they say, what else do they say? So many things. They say, I don't work. What was the other one the other day? Someone said that I've stopped selling real estate.
Washed up.
And I'm washed up. 10 years ago, we've just had the biggest year ever in history of real estate.
Yeah.
Like, but who cares?
But isn't it funny that you never hear anything from, like...
Because they don't know you, mate.
But you never hear anything bad from people that are really successful and are in their own lane doing their things.
No,
it's always people you don't... Yeah, it's always people that don't know you.
Because they want to pull you down, and you like that, Gary. Have you got a tissue there, Joe? You like that Gary V thing. You either build a building or pull someone else's building down and put yours up. Whatever. Like, we're too busy to have opinions of people.
Yeah.
I'm sure sometimes we go, oh, that guy's an idiot or whatever. Like, sure, but like...
I barely hear you say... I can't even remember the last time you said a bad thing about somebody. Yeah. And I'm thinking myself, I'm a bit the same.
Yeah,
I'm too worried about our business.
Yeah, we're too focused on doing this stuff. But I probably think, let's go back to the topic, and it's not a counselling session, but energetic momentum is something that I want people to start thinking about. Like, the whole energy world is really where I've probably evolved to more so. I used to be all hard work, all this, all that, which is fine. But when you add hard work to real steady energy flow, it like triples or 5 times as powerful. There's a great saying that Esther Hicks has: one person that's in the vortex, or in alignment. So one person that's in alignment is more powerful than millions who are not. Do you understand what that means?
I was going to ask you a question about that.
Go.
You walked in and you said, I am that in the zone, it's out of control. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I'm so in the zone.
How?
How?
Yeah.
Just in a good space.
Well, what's the components of that?
How
do you think people?
I've found the formula.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it. Yeah, I think I found the formula for.
What's the formula for you?
I think the formula is, well, energy first. So I really focus all of the mornings. Wake up in the morning. Like when you don't feel like getting out of bed. Like let's say you wake up and you're dragging yourself out of bed. You're not in the zone.
Yeah.
You're not. The key to the day is the zone. You have to find it first. Like I've seen you in the zone. You're walking going, let's go.
Yeah.
This sort of stuff. Like, if you're in the zone or not.
Yeah.
And if you're not in the zone when you wake up, you need to stay in bed a bit more. Like you have to. Jackson was supposed to train with him this morning, but his text message said, what did he say? Let's get it, Jack. This is real time in the zone management. So Jackson said, we were supposed to train at 6 o'clock this morning. Hey, I'm going to have to train in the afternoons. The mornings just don't feel right. That's his text.
Yeah.
Real text. So that means I'm not feeling steady. I'm not feeling like I'm in front of the energy, and it's all about getting in front of it. So there is a flow of energy in the world right now. You know how people say, oh, I don't feel right. There you go. I don't feel right.
Yeah.
Compared to what?
Yeah, compared to when they were in the zone.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the key. So it's a feeling game first. So when I wake up, I make sure I have my routine every day. And we all do. But it's like if I don't go to bed, last night I was in bed by 9, sleep by 9:30, enough sleep for me. I can get up at 4:30. I feel pretty good.
Yeah.
Even if I have to sleep till 5, I don't ever set an alarm, like ever. Because if you can't get up without the alarm, you're not ready to get up. Everybody is different. So that's the first thing. Are my tanks full with sleep? I wake up and then I start thinking about your auction that you haven't sold, that hasn't existed, that's not even up to yet, that it's failed and it's not even there. So that's not in the zone.
Yeah.
But for me, I start thinking about my workout. And I start thinking about my shake. And I start thinking about, I look at Tara, she's sleeping, and I'm like thinking about how good the day is and just the song that I'm going to play in the car. So that's all I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
That part. And you could probably feel when I'm talking now, the steadiness around that. I'm not thinking about 47 John Street, who has got their thing, not even in my mind.
Yeah.
And then you go work out, and I'm just in the moment of working.
It's
out.
almost like the things that you love and that you're thankful for, which fills your tank.
That's right. But you got to do it for real.
Yeah.
So if you know how people go, oh, what my gratitude things that I'm going to write, that's all good. But if you're not feeling in the gratitude zone, don't do it. Don't do it. You're actually going to make yourself feel a bit fake and feel a bit like unauthentic. You're forcing it. You don't want to force nothing.
Yeah.
Because go back to the flow of energy, because you've got to have a reference point. There's a flow of energy that is perfect in the world right now, regardless of the news, regardless of this, whatever. You can feel it. When you're just, got that thing going on, you can feel it.
Yeah.
That's what you want to tap into first. You go work out, then I get home, I'll have a shower, I'll have breakfast with Tara. I'm not rushing into the day.
Yeah.
And then I'll get ready. Jack and I'll do some stuff. You and I'll do some stuff. And when do I start work? 9:30, 10 o'clock? Doesn't matter. Whatever. I just sort of know where my day's structured. Here's the thing that I've learnt most. You can't overload your day.
Yeah.
You can't. I used to have appointment, back to back, all the way till 7 o'clock. If I get to 4:30 now, my brain's running out. I've learnt that over all these years. But in between that, I have 3 appointments. That's perfect for me, but good ones.
Yeah.
Different times and different seasons. If you're a new agent or a new salesperson, you might have to do a few more. But you want to make sure that I love having space around my appointments.
Yeah.
2 hours.
There's nothing worse than sitting in an appointment and someone's talking and you're like, I got to get out of this house in 10 minutes.
Yeah, you're gone. And you can't make it perfect every day.
Yeah.
But you can work towards it. So you open a house for me. I go show a house, or Charlie does whatever. I walk in, show the people, leave, don't lock it, or I help you lock, and then I go to the next one, have something to eat. I eat 7 times a day, so that the eating is another thing that I feel good about. My whole day is focused on just feeling good.
Yeah.
If you do that, you're going to be ahead of the energy. So the energy stream that's happening, you're going to be ahead of it, and you're creating what's down the track. You do that day after day after day, and I'll go home, I might train again, I might watch a movie with Tara, I might hang out with the kids, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever's feeling right at that time. I get to the night and then I reset again. Can you see the difference?
Yeah.
How's your days going?
Yeah, last month's been interesting.
Yeah.
I'll find the zone again.
You will.
It's just that, like, I've never
You will.
worked so hard in my whole life.
I'm
I
glad
reckon.
you said that.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that because here's the difference.
Yeah.
The zone is about, you're going to be constantly finding the zone, constantly.
Do you think as you get better and busier and more things take your time, like you almost break the zone that you're in and you got to find the next one?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You
That's
do.
how I feel.
Constantly.
I feel like I'm in the middle of my old zone and my next zone.
What did
Like,
I say
that's
to you
where I am.
before you started this? You're in the middle of a growth phase right
Yeah.
now. It's teaching you.
Yeah.
So when you get to the next one, you're like, oh, okay. And you can start feeling how it doesn't work for you and it does work for you. So
Yeah.
I talked over you then.
No, that's like just in my mind. That's
Yeah.
exactly where I am. And I
Yeah.
feel like I had to give up like gym a couple of times and maybe some sleep-ins to try and, I don't know, keep my energy settled around work and things because
Yeah.
that's taking all of my focus.
100%.
Yeah, I'll find it again. We'll
Yeah.
talk about it in a few weeks, I'm sure.
It's like being a sprinter. You just don't go and run an 8-second 50 metres or however many seconds it is. Like they might do a 25 and then they do that for a while. Then they learn how to
Yeah.
bring more focus and then do that again. And, in 3 years' time, they're doing a 10-second sprint and it's like,
Yeah.
and then it's little bits. It's like they can't get faster so much, but they can get more sharper. They might lengthen their stride or they might take off
Yeah.
quicker and that's where it gets to. It gets to what little bits do you need to like tighten up a little bit. And then over time, that's why it's a lifelong process, lifelong. And when you're right off track, you know how to bring it back on track sooner. But if you don't start tapping into your energy source and really feeling it, you're out there swinging around, you'll be exhausted. You'll be burnt out and you'll have no idea why. It's because you just haven't clicked into your energy source. It's talking to you.